lovely students, it's Anna here. Welcome in the first lesson. In this lesson we will create a Christmas page using 4 distressing colors. It's peeled paint, forest, moss, fire brick and lumberjack plate, and I will use those inks to smear on the paper, and then I will water down the smeared ink, so it's like using dry ink and then adding water later. We already talked in the lesson about the qualities of distress inks, and I chose distress over oxides because they are more translucent and they do not leave this kind of a milkish residue, and this is something I would prefer for the Christmas page I have in mind. Hence, I am using distress inks. You can, of course, do something very similar with distress oxide. The rule of how it works will be exactly the same. The colors will be different. Even if you will choose exactly the same distress oxide inks, it will give you more like pastel, I would say, look. So I use watercolor paper because I am adding a lot of water to this page, and I just smeared all the inks around, creating kind of a frame. After it's all done, I'm not waiting for it to dry well. It's like the faster you add water, the better the colors will float. And using just a water bottle with sprayer, I am spraying the colors, but I'm doing it on angles, so I'm trying to kind of spray from the edge to the middle of the page. I know it's a spraying technique, but you know, it will get you the colors flow into the middle part of the layout more than on the sides, and this will create those nice floats, and this is how it looks when it's dry. I left it to air dry. I didn't use the heat gun. Actually, I think I left it overnight and I came back to this project in the morning. As I watered down a lot this project, this paper kind of ruffled and waffled, so I am using a spare piece of paper. This is some background that didn't go as I planned, so I'm just keeping those papers to add extra layer for my mixed media project. So whenever I need to straighten them, I'm just using this kind of failed project. You can also use something like a mink machine that creates warmth, and or maybe you have a laminator that holds 12 inches, and this way it will also straighten up. I do not have this kind of big mink, so I'm just working this old-fashioned with extra sheet of paper. And I'm using lumberjack plate color to add stars through the stencil. This is just, I think it's stars, scattered stars stencil from scrapbook.com, but you can use any other starry stencil. The stars can be bigger, smaller. You can also use something that looks like a falling snow, so tiny dots here and there. Maybe you have something like a floral a Christmas pattern. It will also go well. You can kind of, instead adding them on red, you can use green to add them on green parts. I preferred more red than green. That's why I do not use a lot of green. I did not use a lot of green ink in the background here, but you can easily use more green than red, especially if you are like scrapbooking a Christmas tree more than, you know, the Christmas itself. Maybe it's like a hunting for a Christmas tree photo. So green in bigger quantity would be better here than the red. So when the background is dry, I printed 4 small pictures and I'm arranging them in the middle of the page, leaving the white-ish, because it's not white anymore, middle part of the layout empty, and creating a frame with pictures and embellishments that I will add later. I cannot tell you the exact collections I used because I keep all of my Christmas stuff as a mix. I do not make a lot of Christmas projects, so honestly, I didn't buy anything Christmas related for 2 years. I think I'm just using up anything I have, and I still have plenty for those few pages a year that I make. So I'm just using up some old stuff. Some of them are mixes of different collections. I have those Santas fasciculated from one of the papers. I have mostly create paper collections because I like this Christmas style the most, this cute Christmas with critters. Like, I don't like very classical Christmas collections. So I'm just going through the stickers, cardboard stickers, trying to find matching elements. And what I'm looking for is mostly green and red elements. I don't want to incorporate any extra color like pink. Gold is treated like neutral, so I can add gold too. Like in my mind, it's treated this way. So I have my own permission to use a gold for this page. I also found this pack of pebbles Christmas collection. It hasn't been open yet, so I added it to the mix because it matched with the colors to my design. I have this cute Santa from chipboard stickers, and some of the elements are glued with just a glue, and some has a layer of foam added underneath them. So while I'm embellishing my layout, and it's nothing important happening here, it's like the same thing over and over again, gluing and choosing, gluing and choosing. I would like to explain you a few other ideas for the same technique. First, you can use exactly the same technique with rainbow colors. So just create like a rainbow starting from one color to the other on one edge and add exactly the same on the second, third, and fourth. And you will be able to create this kind of rainbow frame. And I did it once for one of my pages. I don't remember if it was distress oxides or distress inks, but I remember I created a rainbow frame. Instead of rainbow, you can also create like a stripes. Use the same ink pad, but apply a stripe and then another stripe, another stripe, another stripe, and then add water, and it will float around and create this dreamy watercolor effect too. So it doesn't have to be the edge only. The kind of main feature of this technique is applying ink directly from the ink pad to the paper. So you can create wave, you can create I'm thinking like just squares, like stamping directly with the ink pad, especially if it's a new ink and it's saturated with ink, you can easily make a square. Just remember that the colors that are next to each other in the rainbow blend together well. So if you would like to have this nice kind of smooth transition between the colors, use colors that are close to each other on the color wheel. If you will use blue and red next to it, you will get a brown new color in between, which will be purple. So remember how the color mix, because in this technique you won't be able to avoid this. You won't be able to avoid mixing colors, so just be sure that the colors you are using next to each other, that the water will move and they will kind of create new shades. They need to be close to each other on the color wheel, otherwise you will get like muddy brownish colors. So keep this in mind, whether you are creating stripes or just a frame or just stamping with the squares. You just need to remember about this rule. You can download a color wheel from the menu websites and use it over and over again. You can purchase like a color wheel in any art shop. It doesn't have to be a scrapbooking related shop, so you can purchase it and check the colors. If you are not sure how they will mix, just check the color. We'll all make a little sample on the side on the spare paper to see if you will be happy with the final result. And the final step after the composition is ready is splashing everything with golden mist. It kind of combines all the elements together. And here is my oopsie where I tilt the bottle too much and some of the ink spilled. Well, you can see it well, but it will leave this shiny residue on the page a little bit. I removed most of it with the toilet paper. Well, not toilet paper, paper towel. I'm out of paper towels, so I'm using toilet paper, sorry. It's not sparkly yet, but when the mist will dry, it will become more sparkly. And this is the final page. Thank you so much for watching. And